This video is an advanced technique for use with ActivInspire. If you would like for ActivInspire to use your own personal pictures, say maybe that you've taken from your camera, this video will show you where to place those pictures, and they can be JPEGs, they can be PNGs, they do not have to be AS files. Now that's the type of file that comes with ActivInspire. However, ActivInspire will accept any of the other file extensions, and that's what this video will show you. You may want to stop the video just to write down the pathway, because what I'm showing you as the pathway for personal resources, this is where you're going to put your picture files. When you go to the second browser, which is your resource browser, you have the option to use your personal resources or the shared resources. In most of our schools, we have directed the pathway for the shared resources to go to a shared folder where we've placed the graphics. So it's not the default pathway that ActivInspire came with. So you may decide that you would prefer to have your photos under your own personal resources. So you would click on the personal resources, and then wherever you've placed them, if you choose not to go with the pathway that I just showed you for personal resources, you would need to use these three dots, the ellipses. This is a universal symbol that you click on for browse, and you would need to browse to your folder of pictures. Now I would suggest that you use the pathway that I gave to you, because any of the other resources that you may have saved under your personal resources will be at that pathway. However, if you do choose to save them in another place, just know that you will need to browse to the folder. I'm going to walk you through the pathway to get to My Resources. You may remember the little trick that I showed you down in the bottom right corner here that will let me get to my desktop. I'm going to click on that so that I can get to my desktop and minimize everything that I've got open here. I have a folder out on my desktop called My Pictures. I'm going to put it into that ActivInspire folder. So I'm going to my computer, clicking on that. I'm going to go to the C drive, double click on that to open it. Then I'm going to the users folder, double click, find my ID number right here with 53. Once that's open, I'm looking for My Documents. Now I know the pathway just says Documents, but this is where it goes, My Documents. Open that up, go to Active Software, and go to ActivInspire and My Resources, and this is where I want to put that folder that's called My Pictures. So I'm just simply going to drag it in here and drop it, and now My Pictures is there. I can close this, and now when I go back to my program, my ActivInspire program, I will now be able to go to the one person, My Resources. I find the folder that says My Pictures, and there are the pictures that I pulled in here. You can see that's a JPG, and there's the picture that I took in Cashiers with a Nikon camera, and I can stretch it. It will not pixelate because it is several pixels large. I also can turn the page and go to any of these others and bring them out. Now that one was not taken with large resolution, so I can't stretch it too far, or that one will pixelate. I can also bring another one out. Notice the extension is a JPEG. I'm going to pull that one over here. It is taken at a larger resolution. Again, it does not pixelate as long as I don't try to stretch it larger than the resolution at which it was taken.